Yeah, just remember, it's just a season. So if you're sitting down, laying in your bed, get up. If you're unmotivated, you better get disciplined somehow and do what you're supposed to do. Point blank, period. It's just a season. It's your girl Chisum, and I'm back with another video. So we're talking about seasons and staying rooted in God during hard times, because you know the hardest times are when he's pruning you and he's getting you ready. It hurts. You may not like it because you have to die to certain things, but it will make all the sense in the end. So today I just want to talk about not getting lost in the sauce. And you're just gonna be in the season. Seasons never last. They're always temporary, but they're always purposeful. I'll be honest. This season has been. I feel like he prepared me for this season. This season has been a bit emotional. Yeah, it's been a bit emotional. But I know why I'm going through it. So I don't know how to say, but I know why I'm going through it, because he prepared me before in the last season for this. I didn't know it. So this has definitely been, let's say, a silent season. I felt like I had to be by myself a lot, intentionally this season. In order to keep going, I couldn't allow for unnecessary distractions. There's some things I had to give up that I didn't want to, in order to keep going, because it would distract me during this season. I didn't want to feel confused. I didn't want to mess things up. Because when God shows you a vision of what he wants to do, or you know what he has called you to do, or you know what he has told you to do, there's some things you're gonna have to let go in order to hear from him, in order to obey his commandments, and to fulfill his promise. During seasons, you always have to remember to stay rooted in the word of God, just rooted in him, in prayer, in fasting, just staying close to him in different ways. Because I know for me that before getting to really know God, when I went through hard times, like, I didn't see the purpose for it. I didn't understand why. Like, why do I deserve this, you know? But then again, you have to remember that's always for a season. In the Bible, it says that he'll take you through the wilderness to test your faith. He'll take you through the wilderness to prune you. He'll take you through the wilderness to cut some things off you. And there's some things that people are supposed to die to, that may be parts of their character, that may be habits that they had before, that may be relationships, that may be environments that they're in, but they choose not to die to it. Even though God has been nudging them to pull away from it, or pull away from that aspect of their life, or that aspect of their character. The thing is, like, in order for you to move forward, you have to cut the dead weight. And some of you are carrying a lot of baggage, because you don't want to die to the things that he told you to die to. And when I say die, it means like to let go. To let go. It can be hard, but those things were only meant for a season, or those things were meant to teach you something for the greater good. You can't go to the next if you're carrying the same baggage that he told you to die to, and you know that this is the baggage that he told you to die to, because it's holding you back. It's holding you back, and you need to let it go. I'm not here to just hear and hold your hand and say, oh, it's okay. No, let it go. Let it go. Have disciplines. Keep pushing, keep pressing, keep going. You have to remember, it's just a season. And during the season, he's trying to prune you. He's taking you through the wilderness. What was all that? He's taking you through the wilderness to make you strong, to build your endurance for the next. Because if you're not ready for what he has for you, it's not gonna last. You don't want anything before it's time. And you don't want anything you're not prepared for, because you're not gonna be able to handle it, and be able to enjoy it. Won't be able to live fully in it. It is hard sometimes because you kind of built yourself around it, but you're supposed to build yourself on God, and that's what I'm learning, or what I've been learning, not to dwell on my characteristics or my abilities to get through things. There's only so much I can do, and for me, who likes to control every single part of my life, I like to just control every single part of my life. I like to know what's going on next. This has just been a season for me to trust Him, and even though there has been days where I've been down, I'm still joyful. I remember during like Bible study, one of my friends had said that even though you may feel like, say, a whole bunch of emotions, sadness, confused, at the back end, you're still gonna feel joyful, if that makes sense. Like with God, you'll always feel joyful even though you may be experiencing certain emotions. And that stuck with me when she said that. I was like, that is so true. These seasons are definitely a testing season. 110%. It's definitely a testing season because He wants to know if you can depend on Him, dwell on Him, and trust in yourself and trust in Him. It can be hard, but in the Bible it says, do not lean on your own understanding. Don't lean on your own understanding. Don't lean on how you're feeling. It's just a season. Do not get lost in this sauce. Don't get lost in the sauce. It's just a season. Make the most of it. No matter how you're feeling, make the most of it. And keep going. Keep pressing forward. It may feel like everything is falling apart, but it's really not. Everything's actually coming together. You know what I learned? Someone from Bible study had said, some things are meant to go wrong for the right reasons. So there's some things in my life that had went wrong for the right reasons, and I saw why, because He's trying to get me ready. On the moment, I was just in the moment, at that moment of wanting certain results or wanting things to turn out a certain way. I was very devastated when it didn't. But after I started digging in His Word and finding myself and staying rooted in what He said, He started making things more clear to me that it wasn't supposed to go right. It was supposed to go wrong for the right reasons, because those things had built my character. Because at the end I was like, wow, this is me? Sheesh, your girl's dope. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I feel like He was building my character. There's some things He wanted to bring out of me was something that I loved the most, something that I loved but didn't go the way I planned it to, but it wasn't supposed to go as planned. He orders my steps. And it can be hard because you want everything to go your way. But His purpose is always greater. What He wants for you is always better. And He knows you more than you know yourself. There's things He wants to bring out in you. And you have to let Him bring it out. Don't hold it. Do not hold it, because you will just weigh yourself down. Don't carry that unnecessary baggage that you're supposed to die to. It's always during these seasons to remember why you're doing it. Remember your purpose. Remember the vision. Remember what He said. That's what's really been motivating me. What's keeping me going. There's some things I definitely need to work on in order to go to the next, because there's a certain person He wants me to be, and I know who I can be in order to fulfill what He said. So there's some seeds that He's trying to grow within you, and there's some seeds that He's trying to uproot. He wants to prune anything that's not gonna take you to where He wants you to be. So yeah, just remember, it's just a season. So if you're sitting down, laying in your bed, get up. If you're unmotivated, you better get disciplined somehow and do what you're supposed to do. Point blank period. It's just a season. Don't waste it at all. He's testing you. If you need help, especially with dealing with emotions and everything, I would say it's best to go and consult with someone that you trust, or with a therapist, to help you get through it, to help you find different ways to go through the emotions, to undig any pain that has been holding you back. And it's gonna hurt, but you don't want to just put a band-aid over an unhealed wound. You have to let it truly heal and get the help that you need during this season. It's also another thing. One thing I had to die to was not asking for help. And that's honestly a pride type of thing. Not gonna lie. I didn't realize it, but that's a type of pride, because God created us so we can help one another. And for me, I don't want anybody to help me because I don't want to be a burden on anybody. Independent woman, I could do it, but at the end I always get frustrated because I'm like, dang, no one helps me. But I'm like, dang, I really don't ask for help. So why am I mad? So why am I honestly mad? To be honest, that's something I'm dying to or have to die to. It's okay to ask for help. People are willing to help me. And they'll be willing to help you as well. This is so new to me. I wrote some things down. I wrote some things down to try to get this out as organized as possible, but I don't know. So hopefully I got my message across. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Get up, go seek help if you need it, but dwell on his word, and remember that this is just a pruning season. He's only making you better. What he said will come to pass. You just have to trust him. And this is where like faith comes in. Like I had said before, this is where faith comes in. Faith is the things hoped for but not yet seen. So you know what's going to happen. Everything he has already said for you before you were born will happen if you just have faith. You may not see it right now, but it's already done. You just have to go in faith and get it. So yeah, once again, it's your girl Chi, and I'll kiss y'all in the next video. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.